Hello there, welcome to this week's practice of breathing, breathwork. I'm going to do two breathing practices today, starting off with something called reeling silk and then moving on to a counting breathwork. Now, the reason I'm doing reeling silk first is because it's going to help us get into our natural rhythm. It's a very, very calming breath practice. It's really positive. It relates to the heart and to cohesion of the heart. And so, yeah, it's so calming, settling, and as I say, gets us into our rhythm. But it's a really brilliant precursor to counting breaths. Now, it's not very often I do counting breaths or share counting breaths, but I've been playing with them over the last week or so, in particular. And because I was very keen to lengthen my exhalation, because the exhalation being longer is what triggers, the positive, happy chemicals in the body and switches off the fight or flight. And for those of you in the UK being in lockdown, it's quite. I think it's quite useful, when you're wanting to do something and you can't really do it. So I think that's why I chose to practice these elongated breaths. So I think a sitting position would be best. Sitting, kneeling, in fact, I think would be wonderful because the spine is very upright, elongated then. But if kneeling isn't for you, then of course you can choose any other sitting position, on the floor, cross leg, wide leg, lotus, Baddha Konasana, where the knees go out to the side and the soles of the feet come together. Sitting on a raise in Baddha Konasana, you're then practicing a mudra, a connection, a circuit at the same time as the breathing takes place. So a double whammy of benefit. But the most important thing is that you're comfortable and feel good to sit for a little while as we go through these processes together. So let's begin with reeling silk. And now, some of you that have been on the programs over the last year will know reeling silk, and some of you may never come across it before. Either way, it doesn't matter. If you just listen to have a listen to this, the Japanese women who used to collect the silk from the silkworms used to have to do it in a certain way in order for the thread collection to be successful. Now the thread is from the cocoon. So there's a cocoon, and then they used to have to take hold of the very end of the thread, and then just draw it out of the cocoon. Now, if they pulled too fast, the cocoon would collapse and it would be lost. No threads to be had that time. And if it was too slow, then that would also happen, and it would collapse and fall and be gone, would have no use to them. So to bring out the thread very, very carefully, but not too slow, was the aim, to draw it out at a certain kind of temperance, if that's the word. And then they could collect the thread and use it. So with this in mind, We're going to be using a finger of your right hand, and your hand is going to be on your lap, and you're going to have your finger pointing, say if you had a clock face, your finger pointing at 12 o'clock, and then you're going to inhale and draw around to 6 o'clock, breathing in, and then from 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock, you'll be breathing out. And the key is that the length of the inhalation is the same length as the exhalation, because often one can be markedly different to the other. Now, you might find as time goes on that the movement of your finger, the movement of the circle goes down, becomes slower, much slower, and that's fine. That's just a natural occurrence, often, not always, but often. And you don't have to have the hand in the air like this. You can just bring it down onto the lap now. And then you can rest your eyes and begin with the inhalation, 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock. And exhale, 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock. And again and again and again. So I'm going to shut my eyes as well as we practice this quietly. And your breath is just drawing in through your face, through the avenue of the face into the body, and out through the face. And as I say, this is a wonderful precursor to other breath practices, and also to help you to get into meditative states. So I often do that before a longer meditation, and I find it really helpful. So see how you feel, and maybe jot down in in your journals any feelings that you get after the practice of reeling silk. And this one was taught to me by an ex-army officer who became a meditation teacher, and he taught me all manner of practices, and I've used many of them ever since. So sharing that one with you, anew for some and again for others. And now we're going to move on to the number breathing, the counting for different lengths of time. So this one is, we're going to breathe out, and I'm going to miss out the one, because breathe out, when I say breathe out, that's going to be like the 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then hold. And hold is instead of saying 1, so hold 2, 3, 4. Release 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you've had a little minute, excuse me, when you've had a little minute to open your eyes after reeling silk, just notice your roots on the ground, and just shake out any tension from the neck or shoulders. And then breathing in, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, 4, release, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, 4, release, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, 4, release, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, 4, release, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, 4, release, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let go. Natural breathing, nothing held, just your normal rhythm that comes back to you after the counting. And then maybe you could have a few minutes of quiet meditation, observing the thoughts, and they'll always keep coming. We can't stop them. It's practically impossible to stop our thoughts. Just let them pass like clouds in the sky. And you can change your awareness between your thoughts, your breath, your body touching the ground, and the space around you. And to return to this place of natural breathing and quietness, all important, so you can absorb and adjust, let the body adjust to the changes that will have been made just from these quiet practices. And of course, you can listen to maybe the reeling silk and then turn me off, and just play with that yourself for a few minutes. You might like to practice it for 5-10 minutes even, but just so you know now, you know, the way it goes. And then you can practice the holding breaths, you know, 3 or 4 minutes, fine. And I hope you've enjoyed these, and I hope you can have a play, see what you feel, see what you come up with. And I will see you very soon and look forward to sharing next week. Bye for now.